anything this is where it's in that. Anything if you come through here and somebody say you can't do that. Okay, I couldn't find it. We're still in the same place. Just let me tell you, your education didn't come to you to get you past or out of this situation. Even if you went to college, you're in law, it's still the same exact thing. Trauma. Now, you say 25 years you've been just laying over that. You're a seed here, and it's like, we're going to put you through Indoc, and this is the behavior, this is the knowledge that you're going to need when you get out of here and go into the workforce. And the workforce, that's basically what it is. The workforce, it's required that you've had some of this. Indoc, have you been trained to work in this field? Still in the present, you ain't going to the future. You're going to take what you learned in the past, and you can still do that now. Behaviors of the people that you work with is similar to that of the so-called teachers, instructors, whatever, that delivered you this Indoc. So you've been there since 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. You're a straight copper top. I'm not mad at you. I'm not poking fun at you. The reality. Separate yourself from the truth and the lie. Okay, and I think we would be pretty safe in this area. Separate yourself from the truth and the lie. And understand, I'm not specifically saying you. I'm saying this is the process. And this is the process in order to redeem who we are, what we do. I think puts us in neutral. Puts us in neutral because, I was just talking about the teachers that was put the children down in Indoc so they could be upset that I told the truth about a scenario that I have experience in. I'm not even speculating. Anything this is where it's Indoc. Anything if you come through here and somebody say you can't do that, Indoc, that's gonna automatically deem this area that I'm calling Indoc. So if you're battling with it, let's get some fofo. Do you know what indoctrination is? Indoc, as I call it. That's what I'm referring to. I'm say indoctrinate. Let's do that. You can indoctrination. You can go ahead and check that out. So interjection, used conveniently as an utterance at meeting or parting. What are they doing? At meeting or party, bringing together or separating. It's borrowed from Italian, borrowed from Upper Italian. Skill, evil. Wait a minute, my Webster be tripping on me. So that is not the correct definition for indoctrination. Rewind. Let's try it again. We're just going with indoctrinate. You can check it out yourself. I'm just spending a little time here just to see where we're going. It says indoctrinate, to imbue with a usual partisan and sectarian opinion point of view or principle. To instruct, especially in the fundamentals and rudimentary, elementary. To teach is what it says. Check it out yourself. Indoctrination, indoctrinator. Educate, instruct, lesson, school, teach, train, tutor. The goal should be to teach politics rather than to indoctrinate students in a narrow set of political beliefs. Check out Indoc. This is Indoc. So you're basically coming here and you're set free. It's at school, at the college. This is the workforce. Okay. With the principles to work in the workforce, okay? Some may get the principles to build, to manufacture, to medicine in the workforce. They may pick it up here. Some may. Some may be interested in to go into film, music, you name it. Okay? But you gotta indoctrinate. The indoctrinated, if you're on the path that you're on, you're saying you don't know what you're talking about. I'm doing well. My family and I, made the best of what we had, and you're off your rocker. If you're not so lucky as said person, you've spent this 25 years redoing it. What MentFlex does is when you say you're 20, let's say 30, you ain't 50. It ain't been 25 years. And be it positive or negative, however I'm explaining this, you would like to do it again. Make this situation that happened in the past, presently, nothing but positive. Doesn't matter if you had a negative experience, one negative experience. Doesn't matter if you had negative teaching. Doesn't matter about the negative. If you had it to do over again, to where that situation, it don't matter what happened here. Let me include, if you haven't already, that sports, any sports you've done, even if you played in the band, if you've done something that made you sweat for your school, for your college, that even means dance. If you gave a speech, you was in drama, debate, and you broke a sweat, deems it traumatic. If it's traumatic, it's negative. Can't do nothing about that. If it's traumatic, it's gonna hit me traumatic. Oh, I see. How come I didn't say nothing? I know that was missing to you. Traumatic. Webster says it's a noun, an injury such as a wound to living tissue caused by an extrinsic agent, a disorder of psychic or behavior state resulting from severe mental or emotional stress or physical injury. Emotional upset. If you got upset, it's trauma. It's traumatic. An agent, force, or mechanism that causes trauma. That's it. If you got upset, that's what I was saying. If you're sweating, it's basically it's going to go to trauma. Trauma's going to mold you. Here, if you had any sports, what it's going to do is the reason why I consider that is because it's physical at this point. And your trauma has been enveloped in your person, your being, depending on the degree of trauma that you've had. Let's say it was 50%. Across the board, everybody can claim 50% because there's people that didn't get as much as you. There's people that got a whole lot more than you. So let's claim 50. I'm 50% coming in here 50% trauma. What that would mean is that I'm gonna just 50%. Okay, negative never comes too close to positive. You can't cross over. Just like it's just separate. It can be not as positive, but negative. It's not going to be negative. So you got 50% because you went through this, but you want to go through this positive, but you got to get rid of this in order to be positive straight across. What MentFlex does is it takes away the negative. You take with MentFlex, take away the negative and make this experience, instead of 25 more years going like this, you can come at the end of it and erase it, get rid of it. It takes discipline. This is a discipline too. As much as you hate it, that makes it traumatic right there. As much as you hated going to school, it made it traumatic. You can take for the rest of your life, but you want to erase that negative so that you have a positive outlook on the rest of your life, so that you can get into the future. You can't get into the future with anchors that you dropped along the way that you keep going back to. If you lied, that's traumatic, because you're going to get here and go all the way back. The lie is an anchor for your present. That's why there's no positive. You're going to go back, deja vu, you're going to come. That's how you know it's a lie. Because when the time comes, you didn't come to that avenue, crossroads. And you didn't make the right decision. So you go all the way back. If you made that in the past, psychologically, I'm going to tell you, check this out. If you made that in the past, that lie, if you just lied in the past, you've got to go all the way back, no matter what you do. And it's bigger than I to even be telling you. You got to go all the way back to that lie. Because what a lie means, people know this is the way we've thought about this. You can argue all you want to, but it just be compounding the point. Trust me, I'm going to be the first to tell you I'm as dumb as a rock. So do not think this is me, bigger than me. I just got the task of sharing, which I don't mind doing. So, the lie. Now, I said this before and almost got beat up because somebody didn't really catch on. And it's like, oh, this is what I heard. A lie is do you know what that means? I will read it in order to. That's my crew too. And I just wondered if just thought that they had spelled it different because that's the way it is over in the R&B and it's got a whole take on English. Okay, immature exhibit less than an expected degree of maturity. When you lie, this is a degree of expected maturity. You don't lie. Maturity is over that. Has faced whatever causes you to lie so that you don't have to lie. That's an anchor, which means you gotta go back. This is the physics of nature. Don't ask me how I got it, but you can check it out. Just like I always say, you gotta eye the needle. The eye of the needle. You can't go through the eye of the needle with an anchor keeping you. Because you don't ever, it's just a revolution. You're still immature. Because you're going to always come back to the avenue where the lie and the truth meet. This is just something that's bigger than me. I couldn't explain it to you. You're going to always come back. Always come back to that. This could be, if you're into the book, look in the book when Jesus came out of the wilderness. Who does he meet? The nemesis. He just told him the truth. Kept on moving. He's going through the future. He's in the present, but he doesn't let get caught up with this. He doesn't. No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Keep on moving. Oh no, that ain't true. For instance, if you know anything about slavery, Make America Great Again. There it goes. Whether you know what you know, there's a lie somewhere. It's like it's easier. You go further. You go a whole lot further just keeping it real. Because you don't never forget the truth. If you tell the truth when it's time to tell the truth, well, you should be walking in the truth anyway. But if you're not walking in the truth, you stay, depending on the degree of not telling the truth, depends on how far you get away from it. It's going to come back around. It's got to come back around. If you've done it in the past, you're not going to get too far. What you think is the present, because you anchored yourself. In immaturity, mind you, you're immature when you do that. So you're stuck there. And until you mature, say, screw it. Whatever I said back then, whatever non-truth that was told. I've got to face it. And at that point in time, tell the truth to get away from that anchor. And you don't know the last time. And the thing is, if you done it in the past, you're still going to do it in the present, which it proves the point. You're stuck in the past. You will remember, oh, no, I didn't tell the truth. I'm not going to tell the truth. What truth did I tell back then? I got to make up another one. Same place. Anchored. It could get stressful. That's what makes this psychological. That's just psychological right there. Okay, as I was saying, in order to get to the future, and this is basically says in the book about him going into the wilderness. The wilderness is basically the eye of the needle. You're going to go back to the wilderness, straighten up what was anchored, pick up every anchor that you ever put down, because you can't want to go here but can't because something that you put in the past, you sunk that anchor in the past. So to get to the future, are technically to mature so that you're future ready as it comes. There's too many anchors right now. We stay in the past. We stay in the past because a lot of people go back to that past, have to go back to that past and touch that anchor. That's as far as you're going. So we're only as far from the past as the closest lie. So the last lie. What makes it wrap around? That lie. Those lies. Can't go to the future until those are taken care of. Which relatively means until somebody grows up. You have to mature to get into the future. Jesus, in the book, he reflects on maturity. He wasn't 33. It doesn't tell when he made this parsonage, or maybe it does. I haven't checked it out. You can't really prove that the age that I said is incorrect because I don't really know. But I do know he went to the wilderness, and this is where he goes to mature. He comes back matured. He's matured. Saul to Paul is the same story. He's acting out on what he believes. He's immature, doing what he done. Then he gets a visit from himself. He's blinded, and the mule's talking to him. Blindness is a representation of a physical, that's your flesh. The blindness, got sense. It's one of the senses. It's sight. That's one of the five, which is connected to your homeo, which automatically makes it as him. He can't see, so his senses shift. He's blind because he's come to the avenue. He's come to the intersection of maturity and immaturity.